is the red button.
So
If you didn't know that.
So wait, it took us this long to hit record?
Yeah, it's actually been 45 minutes, but our audio tech has had some major technical difficulties. Okay, so regardless, we're just gonna get straight into it. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, y'all, make sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button to be a part of the journey. This is uncharted territory for us on the channel. But I figured it'd be really fun, especially since I've been tapping more into Yu-Gi-Oh! You guys have known I've only opened Pokemon cards typically on my channel, but I've been getting back into the game recently, and I have two of my good buddies here, my pals, who are also coming back into the game. And I thought it'd be fun to just make a little series on the channel where the three of us sit down and talk about the game and how we see it. So I think the best way to start this off is, I guess you guys can introduce yourself. This is Coda.
How did I get here? First off.
This is Brandon.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Okay, so this series is going to be on REZ. If you know where that came from, then yeah. I think the first thing to talk about would be coming back to the game. I thought that would be a nice place to start off with this. So I think a good place to go is when me and you, Coda, got back into the TCG a while ago when we first went to
I just
locals way back.
I just need to pause you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get it now. Go ahead and get
Why
it.
wouldn't you actually just pause the audio?
No, go ahead and get it now.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this with a live
I
mic?
want them to hear the fact that you need this candy.
Oh
God
my
damn
god.
Can we guys?
Okay, so getting back,
Hey, yo.
coming back to Yu-Gi-Oh! When we started playing again way back, remember when we were first trying to find a locals to go to?
Unfortunately, yeah.
And do you remember the first time we went to locals?
It was like walking into... It was like when you go to high school and you're trying to find a table, and then you walk up to that table that's like... It smells different, you know?
Oh, it smells.
So when we first went to... When we were getting back in the game, I don't know what drew us back to it, to be honest.
Oh, I have no idea.
I can't remember for the life of me, but we started playing again. And this is when, like, the masked heroes became a thing. Like, the structure deck got released,
I
Dark
remember
Law,
that. Yeah, I remember
like,
that.
Koga, Blast, you know what I mean? And I think that's what started it. I saw it and I thought it was cool, and I picked it up.
I think you dragged me back into it.
Just like now, too.
Yeah.
But,
Forced against my will back into it, and now I'm here.
well, so funny story, when we actually found a locals near us to go to, I told Coda, I was just like, dude, I'm so freaking nervous to go to this locals, because we're gonna walk in there, and they're gonna just look at us, and they're like, oh, fresh meat, we're just gonna destroy these guys.
Cause like...
Well, yeah, because we didn't smell.
No, because it's like... You get intimidated because they got like these nice like play mats, and I'm showing up with this paper structure deck play mat, and I'm like, I already have bad self-esteem as it is. It's like, I'm about to get bodied. I'm about to lose. And it's just...
Well, so that just goes to really one of the things I wanted to talk about moving into was the first locals experience. Yeah, because I brought you to your first locals recently. I brought you.
I remember that.
But when Coda and I went years ago, right, we're pulling up to the place, and there was a Tuesday morning right next to the card shop. And I literally, Coda turned to go in there, and he turned around, I wasn't there, I was in Tuesday morning. Because I didn't want to go in there.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, I had to drag you out of a different store.
We go in there, they all look at us, you know what this man says? He says, y'all here for locals? I'm like, oh shit.
No, my locals, my first time at locals was not good. I just got back into the game.
This was recent.
Pretty recent.
Very recent.
Like maybe, what, a month or two? Probably
a month ago.
Probably 2 months.
Get closer.
I went to Walmart. I was like, all right, let me pick the best structure deck and just see where it gets me, right? So I picked up the Trap Trick structure deck.
Fire.
It's a great structure deck for anyone that hasn't gotten it.
Shout out Sarah.
Yeah, not only that, but it comes with Ash Blossom and Evenly Matched, which is still a great card in this format. But I showed up, I was thinking, what, I'm a three of the structure decks. I was sorely mistaken.
Triple everything.
I spent about $30 for the structure decks, and then I proceeded to get mine ass beat at locals. I did not win a single game.
But you had fun though.
I did. I loved every second of it.
No, no. The look you gave me when we went and we were dueling each other. I think that was the second time we went.
Yeah, the second time we went.
It was the second time we went.
The look you gave me, you were like, I want to leave. You were not having a good time, and I think.
Well, no, you brought Dark World the second time.
So the second time I brought another structure deck. I'm a broke ass bitch, but
Hey, it is what it is.
Dark World, and I think I got. Did I get?
No, you did good.
Did I
though.
top that one?
I
know
don't
you-
remember.
You tied with Eric.
No, I placed above him technically.
He technically placed above me.
He's
for-
never-
got
he's
the
never
bye,
gonna-
baby.
Because he got
He's
the
never
bye.
gonna let that go.
No, he's not.
Well, I mean, between the three of us, I do have the best locals record.
And you've been the most times.
No, but I'm saying
Do
in a
you-
single tournament, I finished
that
3
doesn't
and
count,
1.
dude. We
That's
tied.
the best record.
We
You've
tied.
never gone 3 and 1.
Yeah, I did.
You went 2, 1 and 1.
A
That's
tie
what I'm
is pretty
saying.
much a win.
Oh my
A
god.
tie is a win
Do
because
you-
you didn't lose.
Eric, do you remember the decks I brought to the first locals?
Yeah, they were awful.
Dude, it was so awesome. He went up there and he's going up against this guy. And he says, "So which one do you want?" The guy says, "What do you mean?" He's just like, "You want Geminis? You want Despots?"
In 2023, he probably
I
thought
had-
he'd never say that.
I had despots. I don't even know what I was carrying it in. I think it was the tin. But then Gemini's was in this like plastic card container that I had hair ties around because I didn't want it to open on itself. And so when I was taking the hair ties off, he was like, "Oh, he's unchaining the deck." And I was like, "No, no, there's actually hair in this hair tie."
You don't know what's about to hit the field.
Needless to say, I went last. I didn't get any points that low.
Well, so when we first went,
Yeah.
I excelled actually, and I went with a basic hero deck, which was basically just Dark Law Turbo. But at the time, Dark Law was, I mean, Dark Law now is still impactful, but back then, Dark Law was crazy.
You were
Yeah.
still running elemental heroes
Yeah.
in that deck.
Yeah, so Dark Law went, I finished that locals, the very first one we went to, 2 and 3. I won 2 rounds,
Yeah.
which was insane to me. I never thought I would get that far. Coda and I, when we went, the idea was to have fun, go there one time to say that we did it. You know what I mean? And then hopefully win one game, be competitive in a round.
Yeah.
So when I won 2 rounds, I was over the moon. But
And
then
how long till we went back again?
then we
though?
went back, and that was the mistake.
We were like, this wasn't that bad. This would be great.
we're like, we'll retool the decks, go back there, 4-0, 5-0, easy. Then we went back and we got annihilated. And that was the end of our Yu-Gi-Oh! Experience for a couple of years.
Dude, that was when Salamangreats and
was
Sky
just
Strike.
coming out.
Yeah.
Salamangreat just dropped. Sky Striker was at the top of the metagame. Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked bringing you to your first locals. I thought that was cool. I just think it's so incredible that randomly I run into you at Walmart. And I
Yeah.
tell you, dude, I went to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals for the first time in like 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
And you tell me, I want to go play
I did. I don't know. It was.
I tell this man about the meta, how like, oh, there's all new cards and new archetypes
I know
out
all
there.
about him.
And he says, oh yeah, dude, DPE's crazy. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Randomly drops knowledge, like.
Well, no, I mean, I got kind of lucky and not lucky, so I dodged tier limits
We
at,
all did.
at full
We-
strength. We
yeah,
all did.
we all
Yeah,
did.
We all did.
But we also got Kashtira at full strength, which maybe that's another discussion. But
To be fair, I would say we, like, at least at our locals, I know we have cash players, but I've never played one. Still,
yeah, you're
which is crazy.
You're
Wow,
pretty
must be
lucky.
nice.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Must
Especially when
be
you're
nice.
playing Rogue, it must be real nice not playing.
Rogue life, baby. Rogue life. So I wanted to ask you guys what your worst Yu-Gi-Oh! Experience was.
The second time we went. Yeah. The second time we
So,
went.
Specifically, what I was gonna say is when we went back to locals, trying to win, and I'm over here with this hero deck, this Destiny hero deck. I'm like, dude, Coda, I found this sick combo to make Plasma every time. Thinking Plasma was just the ultimate win con, especially back then. This was like 4 years ago. And I make Plasma, and straight up, the guy says, what does that card do? I said, oh, he negates all monster effects on the field, on your field. And he was just like, really? And the guy goes, he asked, he's just like, Judge is just like, Plasma negates everything? And the judge goes, yeah, man, he's the ultimate out. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm feeling pretty good. All of a sudden, I just see him slap down a fat old kaiju. And I didn't even know what those were at the time. And I was like, wait, what is that? And he's like, yeah, I'm tributing your monster. And I'm like, you can do that? He's like, yeah. And I'm like,
Wasn't that the
oh,
water?
man.
Didn't he hit you with the water one too?
Oh, Gamma Seal?
Oh, Gamma Seal. Yeah, but he was playing a Dino deck.
It's probably Dogoran.
So it was probably Dogoran, yeah.
It was
But dude,
Dogoran.
that was the worst feeling because especially when we were still new to the game back then, coming to it, I didn't know that was a thing. That's
Yeah,
the
like-
most toxic mechanic ever.
Yeah.
That you could make anything and it will just be gone if they have a kaiju and they contribute it or a lava golem.
It was I think it made it a lot more fun that we didn't digest any like outside information on the game. We kind of knew as like
from generally what was happening.
Yeah, it was like we play these cards, we attack the monsters, we do effects. We've done this before,
Sure,
like we would play when we were like kids or whatever, and we would run whatever archetype was back when like what chicken game was not banned or whatever.
Woo!
And so we come into this thing and they're getting rid of our monsters against our will.
Yeah, I'm like, what are links?
And it's like
when I got back into it, like, what are these other blue cards that aren't ritual monsters? I'm like, this isn't fair.
It was just such
It's got arrows?
Yeah.
So now I gotta do geometry and math? Like, I can't do this.
Yeah. And then Alumbration came out recently, Rose, and you're just having a heart attack.
Oh, algebra. I'm terrified.
Yeah.
But my worst experience, so it was actually our most recent locals run.
Oh, that is so funny. Because I know algebra.
Yeah. So I'm playing Synchrons, like Turbo Speeder. I'm just trying to get Speeder out. I'm trying to make a pretty decent board, right? I get Speeder out with no problem.
Fire. Straight fire.
It's awesome, right?
Let me guess. Ready, set, duel.
No. I get nibbed. I get nibbed, and I totally deserved it because I don't respect nib. So I'm like, all right, let me just pass. He bricks. So he just passes. I'm like, oh my god, I have a chance.
Yeah,
I'm playing
good.
Synchrons and I might actually win a duel.
You're good.
I get nibbed again. And that was not. I got nibbed and rolled, so I don't even know how that was possible. And then I ended up losing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And then you left and you were like, wait, where'd my shoes go? And you turned around and he was wearing your shoes.
He was wearing my shoes. He beat the absolute dog shit out of me.
That is so funny. Yeah, that's the thing about this game is there's so many ways to do things where it's like when you have a card that says, oh, it can't be destroyed by card effects, it can't be destroyed by battle, right? You feel pretty good, it's kind of safe. But then you have other cards that get rid of it, like non-targeting, non-destructive removal is the scariest kind of removal because you can't account for it. Because you know I'm a Galaxy player, and typically I like making my end boards where I have Star Liege out, or we go through Cypher X, and we make the board target immune, and if you have Star Liege, nothing can be destroyed either.
Doesn't matter if it's Kaiju, Lava Golem,
or
Sphere
if
Mode,
Book of Eclipse.
or Book of Eclipse.
And then it's just nothing.
Yeah, and then it really means nothing.
Dude, so you know what's something funny, man? You know what's something funny, Co? Remember how I asked you what you thought the best designed card was?
And we both immediately started thinking of dragon
We
cards.
started thinking of dragon cards. Do you remember what card you picked?
No.
You don't remember what card you picked?
No, honest to God, I don't remember.
Really? So it was a punk card.
Oh yeah, the punk dragon.
Yeah, the dragon, amazing dragon.
Yeah, it's dope.
Do you remember what card I said?
You said Chaos Max. Blue Eyes, right? Why do I remember that yet?
Chaos Max, dude. Well, I asked Brandon when me and him were hanging out one day the same question. I said, "What do you think the best looking card ever in Yu-Gi-Oh is?"
And I had to think long and hard about it, right? So I'm like, well, are we talking about best design as in game design or aesthetically card design? And so I started going through the process. I'm like, ritual cards, I don't care what you say. Ritual cards, just
They look
the
best.
blue, it just looks the best, right? And I'm like, it's gotta be the Chaos Max Dragon.
Chaos
Like,
Max
It's gotta be Hungry Burger.
Oh, Hungry
Dude,
Burger.
Hungry Burger. Oh
Hungry
my
Burger
God.
is up there. I don't care what you say.
No.
Dude, the new CR is kind of crazy though.
No, that I thought about that Despia card. The one with
Lulu?
the stained glass dragon in the background. with the girl.
Grunganol or whatever its name is. I don't even know its name.
Yeah, I'd seen that card and I was like, that looks awesome. Because that was the first card that I've actually seen true depth be used with like almost like a fog in between like the foreground and the background.
Oh, we have a little artist action in there. I
Yeah,
like that.
And
I
it
like
was
that.
that was when I saw it, I was like, that looks awesome.
Yeah, but it's not Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon.
Agreed.
and there's also like some nostalgia to
And
it
you know
too.
what the
'Cause
second
it was
best
like
looking card is?
it was Apex
What?
at the time.
You know what the second best looking card is?
Probably Blue Eyes.
Do you remember what I said it was?
Yeah, I said the same
Oh,
thing.
you said it.
Yeah.
Lackluster Soldier, baby.
Really?
BLS, dude, classic with
What
the
about-
blue ritual
What about
card.
Odd Eyes?
No,
Who?
BLS.
Odd Eyes.
Who?
Odd Eyes.
You're probably thinking about Vortex. Or no, Absolute. Odd Eyes Absolute. Is that what you're thinking of? Because I also think that card looks incredible.
That card looks like a frozen chicken wing. That looks awful.
I think it looks great, dude. The background looks awesome.
It looks like you left a chicken wing out of its packet in a freezer and it's frostbitten.
Nah,
I think
Pull it
you're
up.
right.
Pull it
Odd
up.
Eyes looks good.
Pull it
We'll
up
put
right
it up.
now.
We'll put them all up.
It's not Odd Eyes Dragon for sure.
We're talking like
There's so many.
Trishula.
Odd Eyes is a dragon-like archetype.
Deep Eyes.
Oh, Deep Eyes. Yeah,
Who?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who?
I know what you're saying.
Am I?
No, you know what Deep Eyes is.
Deep Eyes White Dragon.
Deep Eyes.
It looks
But
like,
see,
that looks like Kim Kardashian if it was a blue eyes. Like if it's super skinny and fake. That's not blue eyes. That's not my blue eyes.
Chaos Max just looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude. That.
This guy's
Agreed.
a
And then BLS has the same sort of the blue card,
Exactly.
but the simplistic.
It's also got
design
some
of it.
green
This
on
is what
it
it looks
too,
like in
yellow.
any anime.
Who
Yeah,
watches
that's
the
bad.
anime?
I don't know, but Google Images does.
I stopped after GX.
Oh.
But anyways, so
That's not dope.
I guess kind of recent, kind of late, but a ban list dropped. We saw it impact at least somewhat of the metagame at our locals. I would honestly say the most played deck at our locals that I've seen is Branded, at least personally.
Branded or Parley?
Well,
There's
purely
been-
now, but
Purely's-
Branded, dude,
There's
No,
been multiple
so-
people playing Purely.
I've seen so many people play Branded.
It's definitely branded, and
Agreed.
the reason why is the structure deck.
Yeah.
So you could theoretically you can make a somewhat competitive deck with 3 structure decks.
So you're saying Branded plus something else?
What do you mean?
Well, Branded.
Like, it's
Despia.
not just-
Oh well, Branded.
It's
Like
branded Despia.
It's
That's
Branded
it.
Despia.
That's all you can play.
Nah, bro.
Well, no, so like for instance, like Bystials and Dragon Link.
Yeah.
There are so many cards that mention Albaz
Isn't Dragon
in
Link?
general is just crazy.
Isn't technically Dragon Link like the best deck right now?
No.
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 It's a great deck, but it's not the best deck.
But going back to the ban list,
Yeah.
I like it.
I agree.
You like it?
I do.
I like
I
it because
do.
it doesn't hit anything I'm trying to work toward.
This
No,
man
that's-
says-
that's-
the
No,
first
no, no,
thing
no, no,
is-
no, no,
the
no, no,
first
no, no,
thing
no,
this
no.
man says is, "Whew, man, Gemini's really went under the radar." The first thing he said.
Morganite. No.
Ridiculous.
Nah.
No,
bro.
I think
The day we get that Link Despot.
so.
Despot Infinity coming soon.
So I think this is a view a lot of people have. Diablosis needed to get hit,
Agreed.
and the only reason is because the card itself was being used for a purpose other than its intended use.
Okay.
Really?
Correct.
What?
Yeah, 100%.
The zone locking?
Yeah. Well, so when that card was designed, because it's a relatively older card,
Yeah,
right?
it's
so
a prize card.
It was not intended to be used to multi-banish, multi-lock from your extra deck.
Well, I would say this.
It was
though.
meant to do it as a one-time thing.
I would say this though. Diablosis is. I know it's not a cash tier card, but the way that card was designed was almost like Konami saw it and said, "We need to make an archetype that works so well with this."
Yeah,
Like,
and
this fits it."
and they
it
were
was
wrong.
cash.
And they were wrong. They were wrong. Like, so this ban list makes
Write him a letter.
it didn't wipe like the slate. It didn't wipe the meta like completely clean. To me,
Yeah,
this ban
Branded's
list.
still so strong.
See, I disagree. I don't
Really?
think I don't think branded is a tier 1.
I hard disagree. With that.
I think it's top of tier 2.
I would say tier 1.5.
No, I don't do that.
Dude, that deck I think is arguably the most popular deck played right now, especially at a competitive level, and it probably
No,
tops so many
no,
events
no,
religiously.
No. It's
Okay.
it's cash tier.
Oh my god.
100%.
Cash tier and what else?
Cash tier is the best deck in the format still.
No, I
But there's
agree
gotta
with
be
that.
something. There's
I
gotta be
agree with
something
that.
else in there. Like, are
I'm
you
not
saying like
it's better than
Um,
Branded?
because it's not math mech
So
anymore.
are we gonna go over tier list, like our tier list later, or we?
We'll
just
do
gonna-
that eventually.
Okay.
We'll do a tier list
down the
eventually.
road?
Okay, but I mean, Cashier is easily, it's the best deck in the format.
Cybers still looks
I think
good.
it's the most
Who?
reliable.
Cybers. Even after
You're
math
talking
mech got
Mech?
Oh,
even
man.
after
Get
math
outta here.
even
Stop.
after math
Stop
mech got
it.
hit with circular,
No.
you really only search one
No.
circular.
I know,
No.
but if the one circular is Dunzo,
No,
you're
no,
kind
no.
of Dunzo.
No.
Yeah.
You're kind of Dunzo at that point.
No.
So, okay.
Cashier by far.
No, I agree. Cash is still on top of the list. I was just saying Branded is still
But in terms of the other cards hit off of the ban list, I think hitting Circular had to have been done. Circular is a literal 1-card combo.
Yeah.
It gets you everything the
we
deck
love
needs.
those.
No, we hate those.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
What is it? Red Lotus needed to get hit.
Shout out
Okay.
Fusion Destiny, baby.
What else got hit?
Oh,
Cyberstein. Cyberstein had to go.
yeah.
It should never be taken off the 4-bit list.
Exterio was just, he was kind of crazy.
So it's either you keep Cyberstein and get rid of Exterio, or you get rid of Exterio and keep Cyberstein.
I would rather keep Exterio.
Oh, well, of course.
Because Cybersign was
could
cheat
could be
into
anything.
exterior. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least exterior, you'll mainly only see him in his archetype now.
Yeah, because life points don't mean anything like these days.
No, it doesn't. Dude, I turn 1 every time.
A hero lives.
Let's go,
you
baby.
just pay half your life
Let's
point.
go. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we're all building decks right now. You played Trap Tricks.
I did. I started off with Trap Tricks.
You played Synchrons.
I played Synchrons. I played Dark World.
Played Dark World like crazy. I think that's probably your favorite.
I even
deck.
played Branded, but a Predaplant version. You didn't like playing against it, huh?
No, but that was
Predaplant?
a horrible deck.
No, you just didn't like playing against it. And now it's
What are you
not it's
building
not
again?
meta, but I'm building Drytron. I think in this format, I could be wrong. I think Droll and Bystials are going to be a little bit less prevalent.
Droll especially.
Especially Droll. I still think it's a great card, but I just think people are going to use it less. And I kind of just like the whole Vanity's ruler and pass. I kind of like that.
Oh my god. Okay, so you're building a deck.
I'm
right
still
now.
just shaking my head at him. I'm vanities, bro.
So
Vanities.
you're building a deck right now. What are you
So I built a DDD deck just because they're cheap cards.
deck?
I built a DDD deck just because
Yes,
the cards.
it's just rolling off the tongue so well.
Okay, Kirby, calm down.
So I built a DDD deck because it's cheap right now. Why are you laughing?
It's cheap because it sucks.
It's cheap because it was old. It's old. They're old cards,
I
but
don't think DDD's bad.
I'm having them. I'm building them right now to tide me over because I really do believe that Despot Vernisils.
Here we go, dude.
Is
Here
gonna-
we go. They just need that one card,
No,
and then we'll be busted.
No, they're good now.
Yeah,
I
you're
believe
in
the-
2027
I
when Despot
believe-
gets a new card.
Dude. Hey,
Dude, see, but
tooth under the pillow, bro.
to be
Tooth
fair,
Fairy
though,
delivers.
we really underestimated Despots because when
I didn't
Coda-
know it had a hand loop.
That's what I'm saying. When Coda started building it and pairing it with like every sort of archetype out there, and he landed on Vernisils, we didn't know that Despots could handle it,
No, so I was
and
just
that's
letting him, I
terrifying.
was letting him free play.
Exactly.
I'm like, there's no point of hand trapping him because it's Despots.
Well, dude, the first time
Yeah.
we play, right? I
Yeah.
come over and I'm just like, he's like, dude, all right, I got my new cards in, let's get it. And I'm sitting over here, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm building the Galaxy deck. And I'm like, all right, we draw. This is when I was maining triple Dark Ruler, and I draw into Dark Ruler. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't even give a crap what he puts out there. I don't care if it's a 10 material app. I don't care what you have, because I have this Dark Ruler, and it's just gonna sit on your face. And then all of a sudden,
Pause.
Yo.
all of a sudden,
Hey, yo.
all of a sudden, he's like, I'll activate a Despot base. And I'm like, you already re-rolled. He's like, no. And
No,
I'm
no,
like,
I'm gonna activate the second effect.
And I'm
of
like,
Death.
second effect.
This
And
guy
I bring out
goes-
a magnifying glass.
Yeah, you're like.
He's like, let me see that card real quick. It does not have a
You're
second
like, I
effect.
play Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't read.
This card does not have a second effect.
So this lets me re-roll everything on the field and in hand, but since you don't have a field, we're just gonna re-roll the hand.
Bro.
And I'm like, whoa!
The first
Wait,
time.
whoa. It's an ore effect?
No, okay, so.
No, it's everything.
I was
No.
gonna say, you cheated me out of a couple games if it's an ore effect.
No. So, the first time I said, oh no, I'm gonna activate the second effect. Are you okay?
These candies are horrible.
You're the one eating them.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
I put them down there for a reason.
It's
He's
guava. It's like a Japanese.
It is guava.
candy. It's not bad.
Continue.
It's the same stuff you get.
Continue.
Anyway, so the first time I activated its effect, you're like, it's the second effect? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna activate the second effect. You took the card, you started reading it, and you were like, oh, okay. Still not understanding what it was gonna do. And I start pulling cards from my grave, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Despot Jet. Reroll everything you have into the deck.
Crazy,
you don't
dude.
pull anything.
Crazy.
And he's like, what do you mean I don't pull anything? I'm
What do you
like,
mean I don't get my cards
everything,
back?
Yeah, I
everything
thought it
out
was,
here.
like card destruction re-roll.
So, I just get my card
No,
back.
no.
That's cool.
Everything that's not in your deck goes back in your deck. I'm gonna keep playing the game.
Yeah, crazy.
And you're like,
And the best part
Or
was,
let's
dude,
draw
I
a
was
card.
I was actually so excited for you to take that deck to locals because I'm like, at the very least, if you win die roll and you're uninterrupted and you see the line, you're there, man, and no one's stopping
It's a
you.
free win.
and
It's crazy.
the thing was I was uninterrupted so often, but
But it's
Be-
Deathbots.
no. So The deck can work through, I think, 2 interrupts. Unless it's a droll.
Well, nobody's playing through droll.
Yeah, and so... But one of the biggest +1s that I have is Ancient Gear Golem into box.
But if you draw box...
You draw box.
But I kept drawing box. And so every time I would draw box, I would look at one of you. Whoever was sitting closest to me, and I would just cry.
Oh, I felt your side eye.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But you know what the best part was? Is when finally the 3 of us went to a locals together for the first time. And we were all talking about who's going to get last.
And it was me.
Well, no, but yeah, no,
It was me.
well, we knew, but what
That's
was scariest,
okay.
what we were scariest was when we were going there and we were getting paired up. I was petrified of being paired with you because at the time, dude, I wasn't maining hand traps and we knew each other's deck in and out.
Yes.
So if you had it, it was all over.
Yeah,
man.
you're like, man, I got a free 2
It was
losses
all
right now.
over.
I got a free 2-0 right here, baby.
I remember the day before we went to that locals, we dueled all day. And I hand looped both of you at least twice.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I hand looped 5 times that day.
It
And
was
you're like,
crazy.
I just don't pair me up against him.
Yeah, it was scary, dude. I texted Brandon and I said, dude, I was actually shaking in my boots when Conan and I got paired. Because if that happened,
I texted him before we played.
Oh my
Yeah, you were
God.
like, please don't hand
I was
me.
like,
He
please don't
said,
let
I'm gonna kill myself if he handles
Yeah. I can't play him.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
So-
nobody can play against it. Yeah, so there's a new version of that coming.
Oh, here we go.
It's gonna add more Vernisylph.
People have been trying to pair super heavy with the Vernisylph like engine.
It's
now.
such a
And you
Just
should.
Scarecrow's
It is
gone.
such a strong engine, and
Agreed.
especially Vernisylphs have that spell card that you can use the Vernisylph monster activate without ditching another card from hand. So that's situationally really strong.
I'm gonna just say it. Super Heavy Samurai's ass.
Agreed, bro. I hate that deck.
No, like they're bad now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they are just bad.
Sure, yeah. I agree
I think
with
it's a
that.
unique card. I think it's a unique card type.
What, super heavy?
Attacking and defense.
Okay,
It has
but-
its perks.
But Scareclaw does
Yeah.
that. But better.
Scareclaw does that better. But
Yeah.
what was super interesting with the super heavy deck was they, like I said,
No pun
they
intended.
only played monsters.
Crazy.
They didn't run any spells or traps in the
Yeah.
entire deck.
But hand traps exist, so I mean it doesn't.
Well, dude, they had so many 1-card starters. It didn't matter. That's why
Yeah,
they
they played
played
15
They
hand
played
traps.
like 15 hand
Yeah.
traps. Yeah.
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 Okay, but anyways, I wanted to ask you guys this. When we talk about building decks and archetypes, right? Like you guys know me, I love playing like Destiny Heroes, and I built Galaxy Photons, and now I'm building a new deck, which is absolute fire, not competitive at all, but it's S-Force, baby! Let's go!
I just
With
love
the S-Force?
non-competitives.
Dude, Rogue is the best way to play. Well, I mean, I can understand the competitive side, but I like looking at random decks.
Yeah, but
small
Rogue
archetypes.
can be competitive.
No, agreed.
Oh, for
Agreed.
sure.
Like
That's
you
why
could
it's
like
Rogue.
you could steal some games.
No, agreed. But what I was gonna say is, when you're looking to find a new deck to play or an archetype, what's like something that draws you to it? Because like when I built S-Force, right? When I'm looking at this deck, the thing that I thought was the coolest was how they interacted with columns. And it was a deck that's completely the opposite of everything that I've been about in the game. Like, heroes are combo heavy, million lines to get to different end boards, going through your extra deck, putting out big boss monsters. And Galaxy was also the same way, where we would combo, I would try to get number 90 out, end on C62 to go for game, going second, blah, blah, blah. S-Force is the complete opposite of all that. Optimal board, summon 3 monsters, set chase pass. That's it. Of course we go D-Fisher, sometimes steals you a game, but I love it because they don't care about the graveyard at all, which in of itself can make it competitive in a way, because you have so many, like against heroes aren't playing through Shifter or D-Fisher, they're just not. You're gonna get wrecked. Got Galaxy Photons the exact same way.
A lot of decks are.
You need the graveyard, it's such
Yep.
a resource in the game,
Yep.
that I love that S-Force didn't care about that. And I also love that it wasn't so combo heavy, it was different, it's more of a control, slow grind deck.
I want to ask you something, because I mentioned a card to you a long time ago, and I don't know if you ever remembered it. The Battlescape.
No, I don't remember
That card that when you summon it, it has to go to an edge. And anything in between from where it was...
Wait, what?
Yeah, so you summon this card out, and then you can activate its effect. You can move it all the way left or all the way right. And if there's a card on the field in the same column as where it was, where it's going to be, and everywhere in between, all of those cards get destroyed.
Dude, what's the name of this card? Because I don't think it's called that.
It's like gold something battle scraper.
You sure you didn't dream this up?
I've looked it up on multiple occasions.
Battle.
It's such an interesting card.
Oh, wait. Goldilocks the Battle Landscaper?
Battle Landscaper.
Is that what you're talking, dude? Oh my god, look at that monster.
Let me see that.
Wait, hold on, I need to read the effect. If this card is normal or special summoned to a zone that is not the center zone, destroy this card.
Mm-hmm.
This card gains 3,000 attack while in the center zone, okay? Once per turn, you can choose one of your unused zones, move this card to that zone, and then destroy. Oh my god! Okay, wait, that's kind of crazy!
That card
They
sucks.
destroy
I thought
all
it had
the
to go all the
cards in
way
the
to the-
column.
You get a tribute 2 for that. That sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Level 10, it's kind of big. But that's kind of funny, though. But see,
Yeah.
I like the quirky mechanics. The quirky mechanics are fun.
You could put
Alright.
that in the deck.
You were gonna build Valence at one point.
Alright. So
You're gonna build Valence.
let me get into this. Alright.
Oh, you're gonna attack me in this monster zone? I'm just gonna move to the next one.
What?
So Eric likes to talk about game mechanics and gimmicks and all that. I'm pretty simple. If it looks cool, I'm gonna play it.
You play Trap Trick.
And you play
No,
Brandon.
hey,
and you
hey.
play
Hey,
Brandon.
hold on.
In Dark World.
Hold
What are
on,
you
settle
talking
down.
about?
It was a misinput.
Like,
Alright.
I jumped the gun. They were lollipops. It's okay.
Listen. That's why I played Trap Tricks
oh, here we go.
for 1 locals.
Who uses a deck that activates traps as spells, and then uses
That's
their
kind of fire.
effects, and then uses the trap effect as their own effect?
What are you talking
That's
about?
lame.
Traps as spells? What?
Bro, you can just use traps on the turn they're set, can't you?
No.
And then you use their effect as the monster effect.
No.
Yes.
No.
He doesn't
no.
understand.
No.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Enlighten me.
What do you mean?
Well, I've never actually read them. I couldn't look at them for long enough.
So you do play Yu-Gi-Oh! You don't read. Okay. So traps, you have to set them, and then wait till your opponent's turn to activate them.
Traditionally.
The only one that the only trap card from Trap Tricks that you can activate the turn you set it is Holotea, and that's by ditching
Best card in the
a
deck.
normal trap card from your hand, and
Best
then it
card.
special summons itself.
This is sounding quite like what I just said.
No. That is one card. You said trap cards.
So you explained to me how you summoned a monster, you activated its effect became Floodgate.
No.
that's-
That's
you're talking about
Rafflesia.
Rafflesia, yeah,
That's
Rafflesia.
Rafflesia. Rafflesia is a monster effect. That's completely different.
Good.
Rafflesia.
But
I'm just glad it's
listen,
gone.
if the card looks good and it's blue, I'm gonna play it.
Dude, Hungry Burger!
I was
Hungry
thinking
Burger,
about
baby.
playing Hungry
Dude,
Burger.
Recepto Poisson! Dude, a
But
fish
what about
recipe.
what about you? What do you look at when you make a deck?
Just
You
what's
guys-
something that draws you to it.
You guys know me.
Here we go.
Despots. If they're little
I've
creatures, if they're
worked.
little goblins,
Pencils, erasers.
I've worked on the same decks for the longest.
too long.
To the point where
It pisses me off.
I'm not going to give up on Gemini
Oh
Here we
god.
go.
because I do have a branded Gemini deck.
Here we
But
go.
Oh god, here we go.
I feel like there's so much potential in Despots. Do you remember I sent you, Eric, a video of a game I played with Despots where I got number 9 up to 60,000 damage?
Yeah, but dude, in this game of Yu-Gi-Oh now, high attack. To be
Well,
honest,
it does going second. If
sure.
you could do it going second, that's no different than your OTK.
No, sure.
I will give him
no,
that.
but what's different?
I just have to
with
get over
C62.
That's
It's different.
And I can get over C62
No,
or Satellite
what
Warrior.
I'm saying is, when
Well,
you
Satellite
make a
Warrior
big
doesn't get that big.
monster, that's only
Not that
value is its extremely high attack.
But that's not his only value.
What's the other?
Number 9 adds the attack of everything on the board that's a Despot.
Okay, so like 5
So-
cards.
No, what I'm
And if
saying
you try to
more
destroy it,
attack.
if like let's say you try to pop it off the field,
Uh-huh.
I destroy another Despot instead. You can't get rid of that number, and that number stays for longer than my turn. I activate that effect. I don't even have to hit you
Even
with
if
it.
you kaiju it.
No,
'Cause a kaiju's not destruction.
No, that's
I could,
just, that's
yeah, you could
something
kaiju
nobody-
it, but like,
yeah.
like, what am I gonna do against that? If it's pendulum summoned out, I'll just bring it back out the
No,
next
but
time.
what I'm saying is, if you try,
If you
like,
live
if
that
you
turn.
go, if you go to make the desk spot, right, to
Yeah.
be big and swing over something.
Then I'm gonna swing on it that turn.
I know. What I'm saying is, if they have another monster out there, like if you're going up against Purely Noir, right, it's just gonna send it to hand, and you can't do anything
Well, then I'll just pendulum summon it back out the next turn if I survive.
if you survive. But what I'm saying with C62, the biggest value is that he's unaffected by monster effects. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. So
Yeah,
you
but
could sit on it.
there's still spells. There's
No.
traps,
But what I'm
there's
saying
kaijus.
is, you can sit on him to some extent to live, Whereas when you have another monster that doesn't have any sort of immunity in a way, it's kind of like a vanilla at that point, and you have a 5-headed dragon on the field.
I can see that.
There's the forbidden field that I haven't put out against you guys yet.
Forbidden field.
The forbidden field.
Oh, here we go.
What, you got nicknames for your fields now?
2 number 8, 2 number 8s, 2 number 7s, and a number 9.
The ultimate dojutsu.
Number 7 means no despots can be targeted except this one. So if you have 2 of them out, none of my despots can be targeted for attacks. Number 8, no other despot can be targeted for effects except this one. And then if I have 2 of those out, none of my despots can be targeted for effects. The only way you can kill them is if I just want to make a little note here.
This has been the longest anybody has ever
talked
about
despots.
I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Dude, that's actually so funny.
But
you know what though?
And how many games did you lose to
that's
despots today?
Commitment matters.
Today.
Dude, I played Dry
I
Jump for
2
6
0'd
minutes.
you today.
I can't even read.
Yeah, 6 minutes is how long you lasted in 2 games.
Dude, I thought you were gonna say in bed. I was about to start throwing hands.
Hey, bro.
Oh my god. Okay, so I only had a couple more things that I wanted to talk about with you guys, but one of them, for instance, was how would you compare Yu-Gi-Oh to other trading card games? Because you played Magic at one point, I'm pretty sure.
No, I've never actually played Magic but I have a lot of cards, and the only reason I bought them was because my brother, who's in the Air Force, he plays Magic, and I bought the cards thinking I was going to go up to Virginia, spend some time with him and learn it, play it.
Let it ride.
And so I read the cards, and
they don't make sense.
They make sense. They make sense. But the thing is, they use resource. A lot of card games I find use some sort of resource.
Well, yeah.
Whereas
Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't.
Even that new game, Battle Spirit Saga, or not new, I think it's like re-released or something. But
it's re-released.
Battle Spirit Saga, they use those little gems, those little cores.
Yeah. I want to eat those. Those look good.
Bro, they look like they would have like something in them.
Yeah.
And you eat them and it
they're like juice
little gushers.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh
I don't know why they made them look so good.
Yeah.
They're capping. They should make a candy and just mess everyone up.
But continue.
A resource. I feel like that's one of the biggest differences. I guess you could say like summon limit could be a resource, or like maybe the field amount could be like a resource. Or I feel like the only limitation that Yu-Gi-Oh has is the 5 monster zones, the 5 spell zones. You have a field, and then you can pick one of the 2 extra monster zones to use.
Yu-Gi-Oh uses resources. Every card game does. You have resources to make plays, right?
I guess you could say the only resource is the stars of the monsters.
He meant like auxiliary.
Yes. So
resources.
For instance,
I see what you're saying.
For instance, in Magic, you have to have
Pokemon. I think does something similar, right? They need water
energies.
Yeah.
Energies, yeah.
I see what you're saying now.
And then Magic uses the fields.
And the new One Piece game has what's it called? It's got its own resource.
Probably like Demon Fruit or something.
No. It's some weird Juan.
But yeah, a resource.
So I've noticed, and this is just from being at locals between like different games setting up. Like we were there, and there were people looking at Pokemon cards and people playing Magic. Women do not play Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't care what you say. I have seen more women playing Pokemon and Magic than
I will agree with
Yu-Gi-Oh.
you, but they do cosplay it.
So here's the thing, right? Pokemon
is like cute.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is, when you look at Pokemon, and I'm someone who has a lot of Pokemon cards.
You do.
And I collect a lot of Pokemon cards.
This is
mainly
true.
the people who buy Pokemon cards buy them to collect, and then versus play. Like I have.
Or Yu-Gi-Oh's the opposite.
Yu-Gi-Oh's the complete opposite. People buy cards to play the game, and then there's a smaller group of
the only people that collect stuff
is
Blue Eyes and Dark Magician stuff.
Yeah, the
maybe some of the main
traditional nostalgic cards.
Neos.
I will agree though. A lot of the Pokemon cards I feel are more visually appealing than Yu-Gi-Oh.
I disagree.
Some of the more rare cards, but like let's say you have like a VMAX full art Charizard prismatic,
Too many words.
Crazy. But it's crazy. It looks insane.
Oh my god.
It's such a beautiful card to look at.
Yeah. The full arts.
Any Yu-Gi-Oh, you can go
all.
Yu-Gi-Oh does not have full arts, and I believe if Yu-Gi-Oh had full arts,
I don't want them to do that either.
No. I can barely read the text as it is.
Well, then just make it normal monsters. I don't
have
know.
Have you seen how much text are?
Yeah, have you seen how much text?
Where are they gonna put?
I'm reading. A
I'm
small
making
novel.
DDD.
Huh?
It has like 2 paragraphs
Oh,
just
the
for the pendulum zone
that's-
alone.
Pendulums is another.
And then-
another topic.
Brutal.
Dude, pendulum font is the tiniest thing to read.
Oh my god.
I feel like I'm reading the ingredients of like a peanut butter container, trying to read how much calcium's in the peanut butter, or what I can and can't pendulum summon.
Okay, so last thing. Well, actually, real quick before we move on, you've been collecting MetaZoo, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how's that
Do you
going?
know how the game plays? Do you know like how?
Tell me
So
every single
there-
stat on a MetaZoo card right now.
So
MetaZoo cards look great. I'm
so
not gonna lie.
okay.
Name 5 songs.
So a lot of name 5 MetaZoos. So
Facts.
I like MetaZoo not for the whole get rich quick scheme.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have a sour taste in their mouth because
Boxers.
boxes shot to like 30,000.
Dude, Pokemon
I think even
went
more.
crazy years ago.
Yeah. I like MetaZoo because it doesn't take itself serious. It's just a card game. There is some competitive aspect to it, but it's a relatively newer game. I think it's like 3 years old, if that. I don't know. I like the card art. It's old-ish style. It's not serious. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh where it's like.
Where Yu-Gi-Oh feels very serious.
It does.
It
does. And MetaZoo, I just look at it and I'm like, oh my god, that's Bigfoot. I kind of like
that.
that.
I can get.
I like Bigfoot.
I want to just hold one of those
I can
cards
find that.
and just like, because what are all the stats of a MetaZoo card? Because they go up the side too.
They do.
Can you name the top 5 flavors of a Baskin Robbins? No, I mean the top 5 stats of a MetaZoo card.
So would you like Baskin Robbins flavors or MetaZoo stats?
Can you mix them?
Rocky Road, flying. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Wait, there's a flying?
I'm not doing it. Of course.
Do you even know?
Yeah, things fly.
Okay. Don't they have their birthdays on there too?
They do have their birthdays
I
on
wonder
there.
what their competitive
So-
like MetaZoo.
So the thing about
You can only be killed by a Pisces.
No, so the thing about MetaZoo, which is like really weird, but it's kind of like a little quirky thing. It has fourth wall effects.
Whoa.
So it's
Oh
like,
wait, so I can actually go home and steal your couch?
Yeah, I know, right? This
Correct.
card says
Whoa, let's
no
play
in your
MetaZoo,
fridge.
bro. I'm trying to rob this man.
So one of the cards reads something like, if you're playing between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m.
Oh snap!
If you are, get a life. But if you're playing between 2 and 3 a.m., you deal like 10 extra damage. I'm like,
that's actually crazy.
or there's a Santa Claus card, and it's something like, if you're playing on December 25th, you just win the game, or so. It's something
That's
like that. It's
actually-
Imagine
crazy.
being baited to play during like a certain time.
Dude, imagine like, am I really going to MetaZoo locals right now on Christmas? No one's gonna be running Santa.
No, there are things like
Everybody's running
No,
Santa.
Ref, can we wait 1 more hour? I got a guy coming. Oh, nobody's showing up. Just my card gets more powerful.
No,
in an
there
hour.
are cards that are like.
The guy's like, why do you keep looking at your watch? No reason.
No,
No, there are cards like, if there is a red balloon in the room, you gain 5 damage, and people will walk into the store with red balloons
dude,
just to get that damage.
you're gonna meet
That's-
like a vagabond of like he's just got a backpack full of stuff, and he's like, all this stuff
Yeah.
just makes my card stronger.
There is a card that says, activate this card by ripping it in half.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
No,
yes.
no, no,
I,
no,
I
no.
promise you.
Dumb
You know the guy has like 10 copies in his bag on the ready though. You know what I mean?
He's actually pre-ripped them.
Just
and
for
he just
you.
throws a whole garbage bag in there.
Just for you,
Uh-huh.
I'll buy a box.
A MetaZoo?
Oh, God.
Duel me in this crazy game.
Or instead of spending all your money on a box, you could just get a starter deck.
There we go.
Whatever works.
Okay.
I need to acquire some MetaZoo.
Yeah, I really do like how MetaZoo cards look. I don't like the set. UFO looked like a really cool set.
They're coming out with an SCP set, which I'm super excited
No
for.
cap.
Whoa.
Correct, no cap.
On
On a stack.
a stack?
On a stack.
I
You-
can't confirm. He
I-
just took off his
Yo,
hat.
Your Honor. This guy's capping.
No. They are making a set called SCP. And
Okay.
I'm super hyped about
Dang, is
it.
it actually about
Okay.
for the SCP
It
Foundation?
is.
That's crazy. You know,
So
I used to
this-
watch. I used to listen to those on Spotify. It was really hard.
Oh, you were one of those guys.
Yeah. dude,
Yeah,
watch
I
this.
would listen to the SCP Foundation stories from
Uh-huh.
Spotify while I
Yeah.
was doing work.
Oh, wow.
I've gone through like all 6,000.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so just last thing to touch on before we end this thing is kind of a random funny question.
Oh,
Since
no.
everybody listening, keep in mind, we are not highly competitive, know everything about the game players. We're just three guys who
$10,000
coming back. If there was one thing you could change about the game right now, what would it be?
Maxi.
Really?
I want full chaos in the streets. Okay? I want everybody to fear everything.
So do you want a serious answer, or do you want like?
Yeah, do I have to think about this?
Okay.
Go both.
So,
what's the first thing that comes to mind?
No extra monster zone.
When I say if you could change something about the game, what's the very first thing that comes to mind?
No extra monster zone.
No extra monster
Or
wow, no EMZ?
I would either go no extra monster zone or 2 more on each side.
Whoa!
That would go
crazy.
That would go crazy.
Can you imagine?
So
a 7 monster zone board. Oh my god.
well, technically it'd be 6 and 6, because the EMZ you're technically.
Well, so
one.
he's
You can lock it though pretty easily with topographicals, or not topological,
The
but
topographical.
topographical.
My man said.
Yo, we making maps out here. So no, but no. So it would be 2 on either side of the board center. There would have to be a whole new rule set for that. But like I said, I want chaos in the streets. I want people to start.
Ooh. Okay, I got 3 of them. I got 3 of them.
Oh, here we go.
I got 3 of them.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one, which is kind of made up, but I'm also kind of serious. Konami needs to make it a tournament rule that all players must shower before entering a tournament.
Oh my god.
Because I am sick and tired of walking out of that building with a headache because of the smell. I'm tired.
Look,
I've had enough.
The building smells fine.
It's the people.
It's your opponent.
Okay, so Konami needs to make people shower. But honestly, I say we get rid of D-Shifter as soon as possible. I think D-Shifter is not fun to play.
Say that as I just bought my playset.
Me too. Me too.
D-Fission and D-Shift.
No, don't even
No.
touch D-Fisher, dude.
No,
D-Fisher is here to
D-Fisher's
stay.
They do the same thing.
No,
D-Fisher's here to stay. No, D-Fisher's fair.
D-Fisher's fair because
It's
you can
only
pop
monsters.
it. You can get rid of it.
you could also respond to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's only
Sure,
monsters.
you can call by the grave, but it's at 1. You could technically cross out, but not worth it. The third thing, which I think would be awesome, every world champion should be able to create their own archetype.
That would be ridiculous.
That was
archetype?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have like cash prizing at all.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Do
they? Like,
Yeah.
seriously?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure like
Wait.
regionals and stuff they don't.
Well,
get
no,
paid
not
money.
regionals, but world champion. I think you do.
I'm pretty sure
Well,
the big.
ICS, I don't think.
I'm
you
pretty
get
sure
paid money.
I'm pretty sure the big tourneys they hold have cash prizes because big teams get constructed for that. I'm pretty sure there's
I
like
don't know where I heard you don't get money. In this
there are
game.
teams that get put together specifically for dueling.
So, shower.
Shower, shave.
No,
Oh,
shifter.
Oh, I thought we were talking about our
Close,
bathroom
close.
teams.
Shower.
Oh,
Shifter.
shower, shifter, money.
And
Add money to the tournament.
no. And I think the champion should be able to make a new archetype.
Shower, shifter, maxi.
That'd be crazy.
No, Maxi. Okay, so Maxi can come back into the game, in my opinion, because Droll is the thing.
No, dude.
They cancel each other out.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah,
No, dude.
I can see that. I think in a lot of ways Master Duel has it right.
I think the OCG shifter is allowed. I mean, Maxi's allowed.
Limited. I
Dude,
don't
OCG
know.
No, I think
is
it's
like
3 of them.
really different compared to the TCG. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, theirs is more fun.
Okay, well, on that note, I think that's where I'm gonna cut it here.
So wait, you guys didn't answer.
Wait.
What is your guys' three?
Oh, I didn't ask for 3. I just said what's one thing you changed.
Oh.
And he said,
I mean, I
get
was-
rid of the extra monsters.
What was yours?
I also said maxi.
Sorry, I
Get rid
just
of
talked
Maxi.
forever.
That's screw
but-
Maxi, dude. That needs to stick on. If there's one thing I would change, honestly,
Every game commences with a kiss.
Every kiss begins with K as well.
I don't know. I
Low or high. All right.
I don't know. I wish there was more. The game has just become so like broken and like optimized now. where There's like blowout cards. You hate them when they hit, but you need them to win.
So what you want is a complete ban list to just wipe the whole floor. That's what you want.
I'm
I
not
think,
saying that,
honestly,
no.
at some point, that's what it's going to come down to. It's either rotating sets or wipe the floor clean and start over again.
I'm very curious to see where they go next with the TCG. Like I'm talking like massive changes. Like Like, we've had Link monsters now. No, I'm saying, like, we've had Link monsters now. Where do they go from here? That's different.
They won't.
You know what I mean?
Link XC's, like, what's the next big
like what's the
left turn that they pull on
They're not
us?
going to.
No, you think they're just gonna keep refining what they have?
Yeah.
They're gonna go back into, like, let's say we're gonna touch rituals again, and they just, like, make rituals do some crazy things.
Because here's the thing, they always pick a different color.
Yeah.
For what other colors left?
There's no colors left.
There's red.
Are y'all colorblind? Are y'all stupid?
Red.
There's a whole rainbow of colors to pick from.
Oh, what are you gonna pick? Like a
show me a pink card.
Huh?
Yeah,
I am playing a pink card.
You could go.
Red.
Yeah, red.
Red would be one.
No, I'm talking basic colors. I mean.
Yeah.
Green.
Well,
pendulums.
so what I'm gonna say is we have like spells or traps.
Pendulum spells.
That's
I guess traps are red, huh?
Traps are kind of red.
That's what I'm saying.
Red
Like,
reboot, bro.
Where they go?
That's a red card.
I don't know, but I guess we'll find out one day.
Like maybe like a dark dookie brown.
I think they should just make TCG and OCG. They should make them aligned. I don't think they should be separate anymore. I think it's been long enough, and I think they should be the same.
I don't think that's like possible.
Either way, on that note, I think I'll stop it here. If you guys stayed until the end of the video, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure to hit that like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more. Hopefully we'll get more of these kind of videos out. I thought it would be a really fun idea to just sit down and talk with you guys about the game because we do it all the time anyways.
How did I get here?
Either way, again, thank you guys for stopping by and I'll check y'all in the next one.